Hey, everybody. Welcome. You got out of bed. Good job. All right. So, a couple of things I want to talk with you. Well, there's many things I want to talk to you about, but let's take a look here. I have started putting in your scores, and many of you have raised your grades up. Good job. Keep it up. I'll have to still enter in last week's. And then today you have a quiz. So I'll go over that. But anyways, this is kind of how I keep score. I just kind of look to see if you've completed it, and then I give you credit for it. So just do your best. Oh, I found this brilliant idea by a restaurant in Australia. It says no cell phones means 10% discount on the bill. Parents love it. Notice they put their cell phones right here. And so it allows everyone to talk to each other instead of staring at their phones. And the restaurant will give them a 10% discount by doing that. It doesn't look like the kids are very happy, does it? See, they said a mask and gloves were enough to go to the grocery store. They lied. Everybody else had clothes on. Stuck at home. Son, oh my God, I'm so bored. Daughter, oh my God, I'm so bored. Wife, oh my God, I'm so bored. Me, oh my God, I'm so bored. Dog, this is the greatest day of my life. Yeah, that is for pets, huh? They love it when you're home. So it says, experts recommend keeping your daily rituals even while working from home. Yeah, try and get in a habit, try and have good habits and continue them. Although I think this is a waste of time, this habit. See, this is your pilot speaking. I'm working from home today. Okay, that would be a little nerve-wracking. However, they have drones. Pilots fly those all the time. Still, I'd feel more comfortable with a pilot. My brother took going to jail really badly. He refused all offers of food and drink. He spat and swore at anyone who came near him and smeared the walls with his own feces. Poop. After that, we never played Monopoly again. Okay, that's a sore loser right there. Anyone else feel like life is being written by a fourth grader right now? And there was this virus, and everyone was scared. And then the world ran out of toilet paper. Yeah. And then there was no school for like a month. And then it snowed. And then, yeah, it is pretty crazy times now. See, never iron a 4-leaf clover. You don't want to press your luck. Bedtime. Here's the 2-year-old. Here's my wife. Here's me cheering my wife on, getting the 2-year-old to go to bed. Okay, I don't know if you see it in here, but there's a snow leopard. A snow leopard in this picture. Can you see it? Let me help you. It's right there. Okay, let me go a little closer. There. That's it. Look how good that camouflage is. All right, a little wisdom here. It says, stop trying to be perfect. Nothing on earth works perfectly. Machines break, items erode, and people will disappoint. Strive for excellence in your attitude and performance, but give yourself grace when you fall short, and then learn from your mistakes. Yeah, cut yourself some slack. Try your best, but if it doesn't work, okay, you did your best. No reason to beat yourself up over it. Don't stress over it. Just give it your best and learn from your mistakes. Oh, that is cute. So we have a platypus and a platypus, otherwise known as plural, that would be platypi. Look at those little paws they have. Little web feet. And those little nostrils like right there on their bill. That's cute. Okay, let's see. Another wisdom here. It's easy to spot a yellow car when you're always thinking of a yellow car. It's easy to spot opportunity when you're always thinking of opportunity. It's easy to spot reasons to be mad when you are always thinking of being mad. You become what you constantly think about. So watch yourself. Yeah, watch your thinking. Think positive, think good thoughts, and then you won't be looking for the negative. Words to live by. Okay, so now it's time for a quick review. And I just want to tell you, good job. Many of you guys, again, have increased your grades. Keep it up. And soon we'll be doing some different things. We'll be out of next gen and we'll be doing something else. All right, hope everything's going well. Let's go on to the review now. Okay, so there's two types of problems that you'll be quizzed on today. One of them is like this. By the way, there's two problems like this. So you have your x and your y. They are a proportional relationship. So that means you can just take the y over the x. Every y over its x. And this will give you what's called the constant of proportionality. Later on next year, they'll be calling it slope, but it's the same thing. So you just take y over x. And in this case, it's 11. Now notice this part right here, and that is that you want to write it as y equals something x. Whatever this something is, that's what goes in there. And in this case, it's 11. The y over x is 11. Therefore, it's y equals 11x. That's the equation. Now, sometimes it may be different letters instead of y and x. But I think the two problems are just using y and x. You just have to figure out y over x, the constant of proportionality. Y divided by x. And then you can write the equation. Now the next type of problem is, there's 8 of them, I believe. And so here we have a graph. You look at the line, and you look at the point of intersection. The points of intersection, and that will tell you what the y's and x's are. So instead of having a table, there they are. And what you're trying to do is write an equation. And they tell you which letters to use. They tell you C for the y, and then H for the x. So instead of having y and x, you have C and H. So instead of y and x, there's C and H. You just have to figure out that number, and then write it in as an equation. C equals something H. And in this case, you take, well, let me just kind of zoom in a little bit. You can see the points of intersection, right? So therefore, you can find the two different numbers. So you could take 140 over 2, or over 4, I'm sorry, 70 over 2. You could take this one here, 210 over 6. Either one, it will come out to 35. So, right, 70 divided by 2 is 35. 140 divided by 4 is 35. So it'll always be, all of this is 35. So you write your equation, C equals 35H. C equals 35H. And that would be your answer. All right? So instead of having Y and X, it has a C and an H, because the C is for cost and the H is for hours. Same type of problem again, only this time they want you to use the letters B and N. B and N. And it'll tell you right there. B and N. B is for the bill, the monthly bill, and N is for the number of users. And again, you want to look for the points of intersection. And there's only one of them here. And if you remember when I showed you before, see, they all miss the intersections. They don't quite make it. They don't quite make it. This is close, but not quite. This is right on the intersection. The line goes right through this intersection. Therefore, we can use these two numbers, 420 and 10. So we take 420 over 10. 420 over 10 is 42. And they tell us to use the letters. Let's see which letters they say to use. B and N. B and N. So use the letters B, N, and we found out the constant of proportionality was 420 over 10 gives us 42. So this is your answer. And remember to use small, lowercase letters. Don't use capital letters. It'll mark it wrong. And use a calculator if you need to for division. Okay, that concludes the problems for today. Good luck on your quiz.